Everything has been occupied by a microphone of one type or the other. My colleague, Deputy Minister of Home Affairs, Mr. Njabulo Nzuza, the Director General of the Department of Home Affairs, Mr. Tommy Makode, members of the public listening through various platforms, members of the media, ladies and gentlemen, good morning. I'm the one who must profusely apologize for this late start. Unfortunately, government emergencies can be unpredictable at times, and I really hate starting meetings by apologizing, but unfortunately, I was faced with that situation, which I so much hate today. We invited you here today to provide an update on the efforts of government and its partners to resolve the matters of protesters who are living in shelters in two centers in Cape Town, which is Paint City and Winfield. These protesters are demanding one and only one thing: to be taken by the United Nations to a third country of resettlement. You are aware that this has been going on for a period of almost 2 years. And for that 2 years, the matter has received a lot of attention from the media and Parliament through the Portfolio Committee on Home Affairs. Throughout that period of 2 years, a lot of myths, misstatements, half-truths, and deliberate distortions has been fed to the public and the international community about what actually is going on there. Today, we are going to try our level best under the circumstances to explain in detail the actual state of affairs and the end game to this saga, for indeed there ought to be an end game, because nothing lasts forever. This press conference has been called in consultation with, or rather after consulting, the United Nations High Commissioner for Refugee and the country director, Mr. Leonard Zulu, asked us to connect him through the virtual means because he would like to help to answer questions. Unfortunately, I was told last minute that the system we are using is unable to connect him. I'm not well versed with technology. I don't understand why. But he is in Johannesburg. And when he learned that he can't be connected, he said anybody who wants him to answer questions, he is ready to do so. We can give you his details. The press conference was also arranged after extensively consulting with the ambassador of the Democratic Republic of Congo, where more than 85% of the protesters originate from. The Department of International Development and Cooperation in South Africa, DERCO, was also consulted. The South African Human Rights Commission, the Premier of Western Cape, Mr. Alan Winde, who I spoke to extensively yesterday, as well as the city of Cape Town. While all these structures may not be present in this press conference, they are well aware that this press conference is on, and I fully solicited their support for what I'm going to say today. I need to take you through the long history of this well-orchestrated and self-created saga so that you understand fully why it will have to end up the way it will end in about 2 weeks' time. You will have to be patient with me because this is a long story. But for ease of understanding, I'm unfortunately bound to take you through the asylum seeker and refugee processes in South Africa. As many of you might be aware, South Africa is a signatory of the United Nations Convention of 1951 and the OAU, or Organization of African Unity Convention, governing specific aspects of refugee problems in Africa, enacted in 1969. Under the United Nations Convention, a person deserves international protection if they qualify under the following